Good afternoon. For those of you that don't know me, I am Miss Wilson, and I teach third grade at Walnut Cove Elementary, and I'm also the Garden Club sponsor. This is something new we tried to start last year, and we have begun it again this year. So that is something that 3 through 5 right now, we are working during the day. We are working to plant in the beds in our courtyard. So I'm going to show you today how you can plant and use recycled items at home, which is what we have done with the Garden Club. First, we're going to start by planting with regular, ice cream cones. Sometimes you may purchase these and they get open and you have a couple left and they end up being stale. You can actually use those instead of, no one will eat them, you can use those to plant. So what you're gonna need is you're gonna need just your ice cream cones. You're gonna need some potting soil for in the ground, and you're gonna need some seeds. We are gonna plant some zinnias and some cilantro. So first thing you're gonna do, and you're gonna need water because plants, of course, need water. And the purpose of this is so that you can plant these, start your seedlings indoors in the ice cream cones, and then transfer them if they get big enough into the ground flower pot or into a garden bed. So first you're going to pack soil inside your ice cream cone and then put a little bit of a hole in there, and you're going to take your seed, and this is the zinnia seeds, and they're very small. So we're going to plant, we're going to put 2 seeds inside the ice cream cone. And this is really good for little kids. Anybody can do this, but it's really good for the smaller ones because ice cream cones are kind of a novelty for them and they can take care of it. So now we've got our ice cream cone filled with our seed. And then you're going to, you can put it in like a tray or a dish, recycled empty pudding containers after they've been washed. You can just put them on something plastic, and then you're going to just water the top. Just enough so that the seed gets water for germination. And then you can set this inside a window or sunny area. Once it sprouts, you can take the cone itself and plant it directly into a flower pot on your porch, your backyard, or an area that you have cleared the dirt for in outdoors. This is really good for flowers, but it's really, really good for like herbs. You can start them in this, plant them into a flower pot, and then you can display them all. Herbs are really great too and easy to grow. They are great for cooking with, and then you also can, they're real pretty when they flower. So the next thing we're going to do, because it is Earth Day, is we are going to take what some of you may have from doing your strawberries at home, purchasing fresh fruit, strawberries especially at the in the produce department. And the first thing you're going to do is you are going to get a paper towel and get it wet. And then you are going to line your strawberry container with a wet paper towel. This paper towel provides moisture to the underside of the dirt, but it also, because of the holes, will keep your dirt from falling through. Then you're going to fill your container with your soil about 3/4 of the way up. And then this is one where we would plant cilantro or basil or oregano. The Garden Club, we've planted peppermint, basil, oregano, chives, and cilantro in these type of containers. And then you just sprinkle your seeds across the top. Once you've sprinkled them, you're going to take a little bit of the soil and you are going to cover them back up. You don't want to have them pushed down in too deep. And then you're going to water them. And of course, the water is collected and holds into the paper towel, so it'll be moist. And then you can close it, and it creates its own little greenhouse. And then you can mark on top what you've planted. And this is one that our Garden Club planted a couple weeks ago. And this is cilantro that has come up in here. And as it gets a little stronger and a little bigger, we will transplant these into the gardens out here to watch them grow even more. But this is a great way to recycle as opposed to throwing these into your recycling container. You can use them for little hothouses, and then after you transplant, you can rinse them out and then recycle them, which is helping with the earth. So that is our science experiment, and I hope everyone has fun gardening, starting these. Weather's a little cool this weekend, but if you have empty ice cream cones or empty fruit containers, you can go ahead and get your seeds started for your garden. Happy gardening, and I hope you enjoy our science week.